topic for today is about the percentiles and t-distribution. In this lesson, we will explore and understand the student's t-distribution and identify the percentiles using the t-tables. But before we discuss percentiles and t-distribution, it is necessary to study first the concept of the percentiles. So, what is the percentiles? A percentiles is a comparison score between a particular score and the scores of the rest of a group. It shows the percentage of score that a particular score surpasses. For example, if you score 75 points on a test and are ranked in 85 percentile, it means that the score 75 is higher than 85% of the scores. And now, we proceed to the t-distribution. What is the t-distribution? The t-distribution are also called student's t-distribution. It is a family of distribution that look almost identical to the normal distribution curve. The t-distribution is used instead of the normal distribution when you have a small sample. The larger the sample size, the more the t-distribution looks like the normal distribution. In fact, for sample sizes larger than 20, the distribution is almost exactly like the normal distribution. Ang t-distribution daw po is similar to the normal distribution. Why? Because it has a precise mathematical definition. Instead of dividing into a complex math, let's look at the useful properties of the t-distribution and why it is important in analysis of any set of statistical quantitative data. These are the properties of the t-distribution. Properties of the t-distribution. Like the normal distribution, the t-distribution has a smooth shape. Like the normal distribution, the t-distribution is symmetric. If you think about folding into half at the mean, each side will be the same. Like a standard normal distribution or z-distribution, the t-distribution has a mean of 0. Number 4. The normal distribution assumes that the population standard deviation is known. The t-distribution does not make this assumption. Number 5. The t-distribution is defined by the degrees of freedom. These are related to the sample size. Number 6. T-distribution is most useful for small sample sizes when the population standard deviation is not known or both. Number 7. As the sample size increases, the t-distribution becomes more similar to a normal distribution. Let us be familiar first with the following words. Number 1. Degree of freedom. This refers to the maximum number of logically independent values which vary in the data sample. Number 2. Percentile. This is a measure of position which data divided into 100 parts. Below is the t-table which you can use to find the t-values. So, let's proceed to the illustrative sample. Number 1. Identify the t-values whose number of samples is 7 and has an area of 0.05. To identify the t-value, identify first the degree of freedom using the formula df equals n-1, where n is the sample size. Substitute first the given value, so df equals n minus 1 and the given is number 7. df n minus 1 magiging 7 yung n minus 1. So, the degree of freedom is equal to 6. And now, locate the t-value on the table using the degree of freedom and the area of right tail, 0.05. Therefore, the t-value with sample size of 7 and has area of 0.05 is 1.943. And now, let us proceed to illustrative sample number 2. Find the t-value whose degree of freedom is 20 and has area of 0.01. Since the degree of freedom and area are already given, let's locate the t-value on the table. Therefore, the t-value is 2.528. And last, number 3. Identify the t-value of the following percentiles given the number of samples. Letter A, 95 percentile, n equals 30. Letter B, 90 percentile, n equals 20. Letter A, the 95 percentile is the number where 95% of the values lie below it and 5% lie above it. So you want the right tail area to be 0.05. Locate the t-value using n30 or df equals to 29. Hahanapin na po natin yung 0.05 sa right-tailed area at yung degree of freedom na 29. So, therefore, the t-value of 95 percentile with a sample size of 30 is equals to 1.699. Letter B. The 90th percentile is the number where 90% of the values lie below it and 10% lie above it. So you want the right-tailed area to be 0.01. And then, locate the t-value using the sample size of 20 or the degree of freedom of 19. Hahanapin natin ulit yung right-tailed area na 0.01 at yung sample degree of freedom na 19. So, makikita po natin is 1.328. So, therefore, the t-value of 90 percentile with the sample size of 20 is 1.328. And this topic is all about statistics and probability in Module 7, percentiles and t-distribution. Thank you for listening.